Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, beautiful viewers. And today's reading, we'll be taking a look at what is new in regards to 4 areas of your life using the aces. So the aces represents new beginning. Ace of Cups represents your feelings, emotions. So your emotional house, your relationships, partnerships, and then we have the Ace of Wands, which represents career and your aspirations, your passions, your desires, your hobbies. Ace of Swords, which represents your thoughts, your actions, and what you intend on acting on. And then the Pentacles suit with the Ace of Pentacles would be new beginning in finances. It could cross over with career as well as practical action in your life. What is going on around you? So we will be pulling on all 4 aces from all sort of areas that we just talked about for all 4 options here. Okay, so it doesn't matter which ace you pick, you're still going to get all 4 areas, but you will be tuned into one of these aces to pull you into whichever one is your reading. All right, so whichever ace you're drawn to is most likely going to have the messages for you. We're going to pull from various decks and we'll look at what's kind of new in that area. Are you amidst something brand new, or are you going to renew some sort of cycle? What's coming in new in that area? Okay, so 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will put the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick and we will see what's coming in for you. Hello, my beautiful pick number 1. You guys picked the Ace of Cups for your reading. And like I said, we'll be looking at all 4 suits to see what's new. Are you entering into something brand new in any area that we discussed in the intro? Your love life, your romance, your feelings, your passions, your pursuits, your desires, your career. What sort of thoughts are you having? What sort of actions are you taking? And of course, with Pentacles being finances and sometimes tying back into career and practical things going on in your world. So we'll look at all 4 aspects here. And we have all the aces. So let's start. We'll start by looking at your feelings, your partnerships, your love life. See what's going on here. All right, so Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1 in regards to what is new with them, in regards to their love life, in regards to their feelings. What is new or what is about to be renewed? Now, please keep in mind that energy is very interconnected, meaning we could have tie into all 4. We could have your career showing up through your feelings. We can have your feelings showing up through your career and vice versa. Okay. Especially when it comes to career and desires and passions. Those are usually intermingled. And your practical actions in regards to relationships and your thoughts. Okay. So there's a lot of crossing over. And please crisscross energies as you see fit. If it's energy around you and I say it's you, then please assign whoever you're sort of attributing to that energy in your own story, because this is a general reading, so not everything is going to completely be resonating for you. Okay, it's not a one-on-one reading. So Spirit, clear and concise message here for pile number 1. What is going on in regards to their relationships, their feelings? All right, so we have Ace of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Pile 1. Did you have a communication with someone here in which you regret saying something that led to you potentially not getting something that you wanted, or shutting some sort of door that you might have thought be an opportunity here? So I do see you or someone around you, depending on what this is, feeling really bad about something that was said that potentially impacted the opportunity in regards to either a partnership or further progress of a partnership. So yeah, this is a heavy sadness or regret. I see a lot of regret here. And maybe this is something that was blurted out. Interesting, because the way the planets are sitting right now, I mean, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you watch this, the message was meant to find you. But the way the planets are sitting right now, Mercury sitting in Pisces with all the other planets, could certainly be that we're saying something kind of off the cuff that might have offended someone. And now we're looking back on something that was said. And I don't know, maybe we were saying something in order to gain some sort of outcome, or to move something along, or we thought we were, yeah, like trying to, I don't know that you meant, what you said here, okay? But I do see there a lot of regret and sadness. Okay, so let's go deeper a layer. Let's clarify this. Spirit, what is this about here? Because I feel like this is about new beginnings, okay? So I feel as though you were in something here that potentially did not necessarily start, okay? Or at least you wanted to get movement in something here in order for you to pursue something that I feel you might feel like you ruined, or you shut the door on this opportunity by saying something you regret, or someone around you. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles showing up. Spirit, can we get a deeper layer here in regards to what this is about? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. All right, so we have the the 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, the 2 of Wands, and we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you got into an argument with someone here, and maybe this was unexpected. Maybe you said something that you didn't think was going to cause an argument here, and I think you were trying to fix something. So I think your intention might have been to fix something, or to get something on track, or you had an idea of what you were going to fix, and it led to something unexpected here. And so I think we're seeing with this 2 of Wands, this is all about options and choices and decisions we have to make here. But I feel like with 1 wand sort of removed, you feel like maybe one choice is now removed, and maybe there's only one sort of path here for you, which I think was unexpected. So it could be that you were dating 2 people, or there was a potential with someone and something else as an option here, but I feel like someone got removed here from your options, okay? And I do feel it's because of something that was said here. Because sometimes the Knight of Swords could be quite cruel in delivery here, and saying things that it could be very hurtful for another here if we're not sort of careful in how we deliver things. but I don't feel like you were expecting to say this, or vice versa, whatever someone said to you. I don't think you were expecting it. So it could be that you're in between cycles right now. I don't see anything new so much as you sitting with the shock or sitting with the realization that maybe a potential here is no longer a potential. And I am feeling like maybe you or energy around you here, I feel, is like looking at how they could potentially come back with the communication here to try to repair or work things. Like looking back on the situation, like maybe had I said this or had I done that. So yeah, there could be, because we're looking at energy sort of coming in, like what can I do here? Like what action can I take here? How can I, yes, okay, thank you, Spirit. So there's an energy here of how can I come forward here because of this conflict in order to fix things, or in order to have dialogue or communication again, to sort of get things going. And not quite sure how to do it, not quite sure what to say, because maybe there is some sort of, trying to minimize any sort of arguing or further destruction here of whatever's happened with the tower, but sort of still feeling bad or guilty about something here, or looking back on the situation as sort of a missed opportunity in some way. Okay, so that's what I have for the Ace of Cups. Let's take a look at your Ace of Wands, which is your passions, your desires. Your career could certainly come through here, and hobbies, and which you're sort of inspired here by. Let's use this here. Okay, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1 in regards to this Ace of Wands, this new beginning and passions, desires. What does pile 1 have in this area of their life? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. We have the World in reverse, and we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this might certainly be tied to your feelings, okay? Because again, this is fresh energy that I'm looking at with all these aces. So this just happened, this tower. So I think it left you reeling. And so I feel like you're still carrying that, you're still carrying that with the 10 of Wands. This is like a very heavy energy, and we're unable to detach or let go of carrying that energy. Like we're still carrying energy that needs to be released in some way here. And so I feel like you're not wanting to pursue any sort of new endeavor. Like I feel like the wind in your sails have been deflated, and I feel like you're having to find some sort of closure here. But I think the impact of the tower has really sort of left you feeling very heavy here. And you can't just close that chapter and move on. You're kind of still needing closure. So maybe whatever was said, which I probably should have left those cards there, but whatever it was that was said here, left things maybe up in the air, left you feeling kind of not quite sure, because you're needing some sort of closure here. And I do feel like communication was stunted here about this. So there is this need for closure, but how do I, because it's so fresh. So I feel like you're in between worlds right now, not inspired to start the conversation just yet, because you're still sort of blown back by what has happened here. and you're not quite ready to put it behind you yet. So let's see, Spirit, what's going on here with this Ace of Wands in pile number 2's desires and their passions and their pursuits? Can we get a deeper look at pile number 2's Ace of Wands here? Thank you so much, Spirit. So we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out again. You guys had that in your feels, working on something to make something I feel better, or putting in the energy, the time, the effort into something. The Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy, and then we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're telling me, pile number 2, like, I don't have any desires. I'm not inspired to go explore anything else. Like, I'm feeling really like despondent. Like, I just don't feel good about what has happened here, and I'm kind of in a sulky energy that I'm hanging on to here. Okay, I say sulky, but because this is my crybaby card. It's like when we go through a breakup and we don't want to go out, and we don't want to talk to people, and we don't want to do anything here. So this is fresh energy that you're sort of sitting in this heaviness, needing to find closure, needing to release, needing to close out a chapter here in order for you to get excited again. So I feel like things aren't moving, you know, and in order for you to find the success you want and the movement you want, there's a need to find the balance in what has happened here, because the Towers recently happened. So I don't blame you. You know, I'm not saying you need to find balance by now, because I feel this is still fresh. So you're still finding the balance in order for you to be able to move forward. And I think you're trying to work on this, trying to work on regaining your bearings. But I feel like you might be focused on really, I don't know, like the thing that has happened here. Yeah, and I mean, it stands to reason you would be, because of the Tower kind of left you in shock. Or at least it was unexpected. Okay, so yeah, I don't see that you're inspired to really move at this time, you know, and maybe you're still thinking about how to be successful in movement, or at least in closing out a chapter. So you're not quite prepared to have a conversation at this time. You're not interested right now. Okay, so let's take a look at your Ace of Swords. Okay, what's new and sort of what you're thinking here, and thoughts and actions. Let's pull from this deck right here. So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. This Ace of Swords, what are their thoughts? What are they thinking of acting on, or their intentions to act here? What sort of actions are they taking? Thank you so much, Spirit. We have the Sun in reverse, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So, King of Cups is water energy. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Sun is Leo. I feel as though inside your mind here, okay, that's your, again, it could certainly be crossed energy here, depending on who it was that said what here, but I do feel like there is a coming into some sort of realization of truth here with the Sun. Okay, like trying to really get clarity here in regards to feelings with this King of Cups. This King of Cups loves the deepest, a lot of love coming from this King of Cups. And in order to do this, this King of Cups needs to take some time to reflect. And what you're telling me, pile one, is that you haven't taken the time needed to sit and reflect on this pain, because the Four of Swords is where we sit with the truth in order to heal a Three of Swords, you know, something that's hurt us. And I mean, if this just happened again, because I feel like this is very fresh, we haven't yet been able to process. We haven't been able to slow down. We haven't been able to acknowledge your feelings. We haven't been able to sit long enough to provide clarity in a situation here, you know, that we feel comfortable with, that we've identified, like, kind of what is it that is going to make me happy with the Sun? You know, where am I going to find that most happiness here for my emotions? You know, what's going to make me feel the happiest here? And have clarity around this. But we need to take the time, the break. So maybe we've been unable to take the break, the time we needed to get clarity and certain about some aspect about, again, what has happened here. Because I do feel like with the King of Cups being very prominent, it's tying back to this Ace of Cups, like your feelings, you know, and I feel like your feelings with the Five of Cups and the Tower is really being held, you know, by this Tower moment, by this surprising thing that you're feeling bad about or looking back on, and needing to find closure with that World in reverse. So let's get a deeper layer here in regards to pile number one's thoughts and actions. So yeah, I don't see you taking any action here until you become very clear and certain. And this will come with you sort of needing to take a break, reflect. This is the healing card, okay? Identifying truths, taking that space in order to recover. So Spirit, can we get a deeper layer here for pile number one? We have the Queen of Wands coming out. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yikes. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, see, in reverse. We need to deal with the Three Swords in our heart here and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So what you're telling me, pile one, here in the energy, is that there is somebody here who is probably pissed off at you, okay? With this Queen of Swords, like, is laid a boundary, is probably very cold. Could be that there were mean words said back and forth, or it could be that this person is now really shut off due to whatever was said here. Okay, now Queen of Wands is someone who we're highly attracted to here. Lots of confidence, lots of passion. But I feel like, and maybe there's someone here who is now saying some pretty mean things here, okay? Like, this is my bitch card. Somebody who is very, very much closed off emotionally, is pissed off, okay? And I mean, this, I'm going more with the imagery here. Flames coming from her mouth, like she has nothing nice to say here, okay? Which could be you. Like, you could feel as though you have nothing nice to say here to someone who you feel might have been mean or cold. And so I feel like there hasn't yet been a processing of the Three of Swords. I'm feeling kind of a breakup here, you guys, if I got to be honest, that you weren't expecting, with the Tower and the Four of Cups and the World needing closure. Now we're seeing Three of Swords here and the need to heal from a heartbreak. This could be someone's words, actions, and intentions left us feeling very sad, you know, left us feeling very hurt. And so with this Two of Coins, this is kind of going back and forth, kind of going up and down in what it is that we're thinking. Okay, so that would be why we still don't have closure, because 1 minute we're sort of in one mind, and then in the next we're in another mind. And we're not able to, again, find our bearings here. So Spirit is showing me, in order to do this, we need to process the pain. We need to address and sit and reflect in order to become very clear. So right now there is a lack of clarity in this situation with both of these in reverse. And we could be very clear in how we're feeling, what our feelings are here. We could be very unclear about how to process the pain here. And we might just be sort of, the Queen of Wands wears a mask. Maybe we're pretending as though there's no pain, or we're haven't yet been able to process, or having to just, go about our life like nothing has happened here. You know, Queen of Wands is sometimes the mask we wear, where we're just going along and pretending we're one thing, but meanwhile inside we're, feeling very deeply about something that has hurt us. Someone's words has hurt us. So you're kind of in this back and forth, and maybe you're going back and forth, like, should I communicate? And then kind of like, yes, no, or like in your mind, you're like kind of thinking one thing, and then the next minute you're thinking another. So you need to sit with this energy, because I do feel this is like a breakup energy. Okay, well, let's take a look at your finances and in your practical world here, what's kind of going on. What do we have, spirits? Let's pull from the Godfather Tarot for this. Okay, I'm just going to slide these slightly over. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles here for Pile 1. What's going on in Pile 1's financial world or practical world? Okay, this can cross over to any sort of area of your life where something practical is being manifested. Okay, so we're looking at the new beginning here. What's going on with Pile 1 in their practical world, their material world, their finances? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we have Temperance, which says negotiate imbalance. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is in reverse, says luck and fate. And one more, spirits. And we have victory with the Six of Wands. Okay, so the Six of Wands is being in the public eye, okay? Being recognized for a job well done. So I feel like there is something here that you're being successful with a job well done here, okay? But I feel as though at the same time, this is kind of like a bittersweet energy. Like I feel as though with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's like maybe it's like an empty victory here in a way. You know, it feels like an empty victory of sorts, and having to really find balance with this sort of an experience. It's like, okay, I might have achieved something, okay, whatever. Again, could be tied to work or just in your practical world here, like being successful with something or achieving something and saying, okay, I got my way or my win. But it's an empty sort of victory because it didn't provide me with the feeling of success that I thought behind this I would. So maybe people see me as a victor or celebrate me, or that I've accomplished this thing, and when I look behind this thing, I feel a sense of emptiness here in some way. So I'm having to learn the lesson here with Temperance of, you know, which battles and energy do I want to invest in that I am actually going to be successful in both, or how am I finding the balance between a situation in which I might have got one thing but I didn't get another, or yeah, it's kind of sitting here trying to internally, alchemize something here that seems like it wasn't completely a victory for you. It didn't feel like you got what it was you had wanted. So maybe you completed a job and then you got paid, and you're like, that's it. Like, I feel like, you know, and I don't know, maybe, you know, it was a successful job and everything went well and you got paid when you were supposed to and everything was just perfect. And then you open your paycheck or you look in your bank and there's like, you know, an amount there that you're like, well, that didn't really feel worth it, really, you know, like, yeah, the deed was done, and like, should I be celebrating here that I did something good, you know, but now I feel like I'm didn't get equal compensation for something here, or how do I kind of reconcile these two is kind of what I feel. And for some of you guys, because I am seeing here negotiation and balance, you might have to negotiate with your employer. Maybe they ripped you off about something here. Okay, I'm not seeing any sort of shadiness, but I don't know if it's employer so much, or maybe someone, you know, like, I don't know, maybe you helped your neighbor with, I don't know, like a project or something, you know. They're like, don't worry, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back. And I don't know, like something didn't quite happen here. And so you're having to go back to your neighbor and say, hey, like, I helped you, you know, 4 days last week, and you promised me you'd give me X amount, and now I'm just kind of looking at what you sent me, and I need more compensation for the work I've done here. Okay, like something like that is going on here. Something's unfulfilling, I feel. You're having to find some sort of reconciling negotiation of sorts to find the balance. Spirit, can we get a deeper layer here in regards to pile number one's finances and this sort of practical world here that's going on in front of them, the material world? We have the Four of Swords with rest. We have the Empress in reverse. And we have the Ace of Coins coming out with the Ace of Coins. Okay. And we have, oh, this is good, you guys. The Three of Cups. Okay. This is good. This is good. This is good. So all of this might have happened. Okay. Now, because we could tie this back to any sort of part of your life, okay, anything that's kind of happened in your life here, I do feel as though there is going to be you sort of taking some time here to reflect, to gain your bearings, because I feel like everything that's kind of happened, you know, might have you kind of on edge here of needing to deal with certain things here. And so I feel like there is a chance here for you to start anew in whatever area here that I feel maybe was misfortune, okay, or feeling stuck. Like, I feel like if you do have this negotiation, okay, because to me this is like trying to, again, like find a middle ground, you know, find the happiness between I was disappointed in the results of something and the action I took, and then coming forward to have this. But I think this is upon reflection. So I don't know if this ties back to you sort of reconciling here, you know, with someone that you said something to, or if someone said something mean to you, but I feel like there is a new beginning here. Okay, there is a new beginning here, and I feel like it is a successful beginning here. And I feel like there's this, with the Three of Cups, this is reconciliation, this is reunion, this is coming together, this is celebrating. Same with the victory, this is both celebrations. Okay, so I think you're celebrating a new beginning here. Like, you will be celebrating a new beginning here. So there is something new coming in for sure. And I do feel it is a reconciliation of, now, it could be this situation that left you kind of misfortunate. Okay. And I'm also getting that we might have to do something here in order to be victorious. Like we might have to step forward and negotiate with, I mean, if this person, okay, because I feel a breakup, it could certainly be a breakup from an employer, okay, because I feel there's a parting of something, okay, and at least I feel it is kind of brief, or at least it's, I don't know, like I feel like over here it kind of shows me you in an energy here of actually taking practical action here and having some sort of, you know, like meeting of the minds here to resolve an unfortunate situation, in order to find peace, in order to come together, in order to have a new beginning, you know, in order to make something sort of happen here. Like in order for something to happen, in order to be successful, in order to find peace, in order to come together, we have to address something misfortunate and actually take action here. And that doesn't come until we take the full reflection and sit and reflect about what has happened. And three of like the three of the Empress here in reverse, this is divine feminine energy. It's all about abundance, unconditional love, and yeah, divine feminine energy. And in the reverse, it's like we feel like we weren't getting the love, we feel like we weren't getting the abundance, we weren't getting the blessing, we weren't getting the luck, you know, what we were destined to attain here from the universe as a blessing here. The Empress is all abundant, providing many blessings here. It says creativity and resources. Okay, so again, wherever this falls in your world, whether it's an employer or someone close to you, could be your parental figure, could be your spouse, could be your partner, could be anybody here, but I feel like there's a sort of a need to balance out of an energy here that doesn't feel very good, okay? And I feel like you see this. I feel like you take some sort of practical action in offering a reconciliation here, an offering with the Ace of Coins. This is coming forward with an offering of something, you know, maybe a peace offering, in order to come together, in order to be successful. Because I feel like you want, you know, I feel like you want the wheel of fortune to spin in your favor, for things to continue flowing in the right direction here, especially when it comes to love and abundance and prosperity, you know, and I feel like it's blocked, and you feel it's blocked here. Okay, so this is what I see for your aces. Remember that this is all like very, very, very recent energy here. I don't know where he sits on the timeline. So it could be something that is happening right now, you know, that has happened like just recently, or is just right about to happen. So at least now you kind of know. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. And I love you so much. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my most gorgeous pile number 2. You guys picked the Ace of Wands. And we will be taking a look at all 4 areas of your life in regards to your feelings, which is all about relationships and partnerships, your romance, and then we'll take a look at the Ace of Wands, which is all about your passions, your desires, your hobbies. Sometimes career could even come through here, and the relationship, whatever sort of your passions are. And then with the Ace of Swords, we'll be looking at what your thoughts are, what you're thinking of taking action on, your intentions of what you want to sort of take action, and what you're thinking about. And then, of course, with the Ace of Coins here, being the Ace of Pentacles, we're looking at your finances, and career could come through, practical things in your world that are taking form. Okay, now because these are all aces, this is going to be looking at what's kind of new. Is this something that we're going to be pulling through completely new energy, or are we seeing a renewal of something going on in your life? Because everything is about cycles, so we could be cycling through something and starting a new cycle, or just something completely brand new. So keep in mind that this is all about what sort of energy is going on right here, right now. Okay, so we're going to start with the Ace of Cups, which is looking at your feelings, okay? What's going on with you in regards to partnership, connection, romance, and feel free to crisscross energies, okay? If I say it's you, but it's someone around you, then that could certainly be the case, okay? So don't force anything to fit, but certainly if it sounds like energy that's familiar and I'm saying it's you and it's someone else around you, then you can certainly make those adjustments, okay? So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2 in the area of the Ace of Cups, their emotions, their feelings, their relationships. What's going on here? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. All right. We'll be using various decks throughout this reading. Ace of Cups. What's going on? Their feels. Okay, so we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so that is Pisces energy. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, pile 2. I'm getting a stubborn energy here of not wanting to see something. Okay, we're not wanting to see something, and so we are not listening to maybe a calling or what we feel maybe that we're kind of have an inkling here with the High Priestess. So there could be an inkling of something that maybe you're feeling called to do, or maybe you're not seeing it yet, and maybe we're not seeing it yet or feeling it yet because I feel like we're too stuck on something here, this 4 of Pentacles. So you're saying, I don't feel anything here. I don't feel anything here. I'm safe here in my position where I'm at with what's going on around me right now. I'm safe here in this world that I've created here. Look at me. I'm safe. Like, look at me. I'm yeah, like I feel as though, and you guys might not see this as your energy, okay? And it could be someone around you, but if you're in this energy, you probably aren't even going to acknowledge that you are. And I feel like this is an ego energy of someone who doesn't want to feel, doesn't want to acknowledge feelings or acknowledge a relationship or acknowledge what they're intuitively know they're supposed to be doing because they're safe doing what they normally do here, okay? This is what I'm seeing. It's like a fear of letting go, a fear of, just give me a second, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. Sorry, there's going to be lots of noise out there, so just closing the door. So yeah, a fear of letting go out of how would I appear then, you know, like maybe there's appearances here, like I want to be perceived in a certain way, you know, my pride, if I were to change something here or shift or give into something here that I'm intuitively sort of feel called to do, then how would I be perceived by others? And so I don't listen to the calling, or I ignore something here. I don't want to see it. I stay in my lane because here at least it's providing me some sort of comfort. And I feel I'm winning because I'm doing this. Like I'm actually winning here because nothing can rock my world, but I'm will struggle to maintain this. And I'm also seeing, and I'm not emotionally fulfilled at this either. Like you're showing me no cups. So yay, you got to say you're victorious in some way, or you have some sort of stability in some way at the expense of feeling happy, at the expense of tapping into your spirituality, you know, high priestess spirituality, like a very deep understanding here of something, and we're not seeing it or ignoring it. Okay. So you might be refusing connection with others because you say, well, I have more important things in my life going on right now that's more practical for me. You know, that's what you're telling me here. And you're too in a mindset that if I give a little, I might lose what I've already established here. And I don't want to lose what I've established here, which is my whole world. But your whole world is such a small little piece of what you can attain, that the universe can bless upon you, you know. And you're kind of saying to me here as well, like, I'd rather appear successful and stable and like I know what I'm doing here and in my own world, because at least I know how to control it. At least I know what to expect, rather than enter into something or open myself up to something that is scary, that I don't know. So I'll just stay here in my lane, in my comfort zone. Okay, Spirit, can we get a little bit more? Can we dive in deep here to pile number 2's feelings, their relationship, their emotions? What's going on here? Okie dokie. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands is my 1111 card, which could be a spiritual connection. Okay, sometimes it comes through as a twin flame connection with the 1111. And it is in reverse. We have the Two of Wands, and then we have the Star. Okay. Star, Four of Wands. I feel as though, seeing the Star here, the Star to me is all about our wishes, our long-term vision of the future, what we hope. It's our wishes coming true. It's like what we desire to attain, you know, what we want for ourselves. And I feel like there is some sort of wish, there's some sort of thing here that I feel we're being called to make a decision on here with this Two of Wands. This is all about us choosing the path of Dharma or choosing the path of same old, you know, the stable, usual path that we always choose day in, day out, the matrix world. And it is up to us with our free will whether we want to tap into our spirituality, a realm here of, you know, emotional fulfillment, or if we want to not risk anything and kind of stay where we're at. And we're being called by the universe to recognize that our dreams, our wishes, and our fulfillment is attainable for us if we choose wisely. Okay, because sometimes choosing the wand that is more difficult here is going to bring you the most reward and going to bring you your wishes. But you'd have to choose it. And I feel like with this Four of Wands in reverse, it's like we're not wanting to create that union, that stability, that coming together as my throat chakra closes. Okay, I'm getting here as well, these steps of ascension. So it's like we would grow as an individual. Well, we would grow if we listen to our intuition, if we trust the unknown here, rather than what is comfortable. And it is scary. We see the moon, so there's fear in approaching an unknown. So we don't want to see it or acknowledge. And we might have our blinders, or we might be hanging on so tight to what we have going on in our world right now, you know, our work, our family, something in our practical world, in the matrix world that has our attention, and we're clinging on to this for dear life. And the universe is saying, hey, pile number 2, there's a dream come true for you here, and it's calling to you, and it's up here. The star is up here. You're going to have to take these steps to get here. And yes, we know it's scary, but this is where you have to find the courage within you to make it up here so that you can ascend spiritually, so that you can come into union with your soul tribe, your soul people, so that you can be fulfilled emotionally here with the right people, the right relationships, the right soul food here for you, okay? But we're shutting it down. This is calling it off in some way. So I feel like either you don't want to pursue it, or you're not seeing the benefits of pursuing, or this was an opportunity that kind of didn't happen, because it's kind of like the wedding is called off, the union is called off, the thing is not happening. You know, there's no stability, there's no structure here, and maybe we don't see how there could be, or we are in the dark about this because we're too fixated on what we're got going on here in the practical world. Okay, and I feel like it is something that's like destined for you to experience here, but we're too much in matrix, we're too much in ego, we're too much in what we're feeling in front of us, seeing in front of us, at the expense of selling our spirituality, selling our emotions. Okay, so interesting. So I don't feel as though there's anything new coming in for you, because you're having to loosen your grip on something that you're hanging on to in your world, okay? And when you let go a little bit, in order to embrace the unknown, in order to open yourself up to something here that's destined to come in, then I think you'll have the new beginning. But right now I feel like you're very fixed in your position here, okay? So I'm not going to use these for the Ace of Wands, but now we're looking at, should we use spirits? Yeah, let's use these. Okay. So Ace of Wands, your passions, your desire, your pursuits, your hobbies, your career, your relationships, and what it is that you desire to see, okay? What kind of lights you up here, pile 2? Let's take a look with this Ace of Wands. Now, because energy is so intertwined, again, we might see relationship pull through, you might see your finances pull through, we might see just a whole bunch pulling through your desires here. So let's see, pile number 2's Ace of Wands, spirits, what is going on with pile 2 here? This new beginning. We have the moon. There's that fear coming out again. Pile number 2. We're letting fear kind of dictate our desires. The Four of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay, so I think, and because the Four of Wands is coming out here again, okay, we were seeing it over here. That was my 1111 card. It was in the reverse. It was like the celebration was called off. It's like there's a lot of fear in the unknown here, okay? The High Priestess in reverse and the moon means I'm not seeing clearly. You know, I'm not seeing clearly. I'm seeing illusion. I'm seeing in the moonlight what I want to see, or is something inaccurate because I'm not seeing very clear. And it could be because we are in a fear mentality or a lack mindset. Because the lack mindset is I got to hang on to my structure in my world as it is, because of some sort of vision, we see us losing out on something here. So we have an unclear sort of understanding, you know, and I feel like there is a desire for you wanting to come together with your soul family. Like I feel like deep down your passion, your desire is this: stability, coming together, having union, family, okay, your soul family here. And I feel like with this Page of Cups, this is, you know, a very innocent sort of opening of the heart space. This is being able to express how we feel, you know, and this is the beginning of expressing this. So maybe we haven't been able to even open the door a little bit in communicating our feelings, or an apology here, because the Page of Cups could be coming forward with an apology, you know, and maybe we're apologizing in regards to, we're wanting to apologize in regards to something we intuitively felt, okay, because I mean, we saw the High Priestess that we weren't acknowledging, but it had the Four of Wands in reverse, so something didn't happen here. So maybe we're on an intuitive level. We know that something could have come together, could have happened. Maybe we feel like, I don't know, we didn't let it, so we feel kind of sorry in some way. But I also am getting a novice energy here from you. Like maybe we're very, very much still learning about our feelings. And there's a lot of fear when it comes to learning about our feelings, about how to come together, or how to, enter in this sort of, this is like the milestone. This is graduating to the next level of whatever you need to. So I feel like there isn't really anything new you're pursuing, because I feel like you're still navigating through the moonlight here, navigating through fears. But I could feel your emotions pulling through here, like I feel like your heart is feeling something very innocent, and I feel like you genuinely want a celebration of stability. You want a coming together, but there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, not seeing very clear because of the fact that we're seeing something else going on in our world that we might not want to have to part with or acknowledge. So there's too many here. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message in regards to a deeper deeper look here to what is going on here with your Ace of Wands, then your passions and your desires. Spirit, can we get a deeper look for pile 2? What's going on here? With the Emperor in reverse. Aries energy, and then we had Pisces energy coming through. 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we're letting our fears and the things we don't know stop us from taking action. Okay, this is Divine Masculine energy, empowered to act our will, And when in reverse, it's like, again, we could be letting the ego get in the way. Okay, because we were seeing, what did we use? We used these. So to me, when I see the 6 of Wands and I see the Emperor in reverse, it's like we're really fixed in our position, that we're not even seeing our own ego stopping us from getting what we want. Okay, with the Star, it was like we could have what we want, but we're too focused on our position of how we are appearing or what we have going on, and it causes us to lose out in some way because of our lens. We're seeing it through a distorted lens here, and I feel like what you're seeing is heavy in an area that you're not letting go of, and I feel like it's very ego charged. Okay, like I want to be right, or I am right, or no, it's not this, it's that. Like it is a very fixed sort of way, but it's ego. It's ego, and it doesn't allow us to take charge of our own life in the way that allows things to flow. The Emperor is very balanced. He isn't, when we, okay, there's so much coming through and I don't know how to explain it. So, but when we feel like we're taking charge, we could say, well, I'm in my Emperor because I'm taking charge. But if we're taking charge from a place that makes us feel comfortable because we're too scared to go outside to fight the bear and our family needs to be protected, and we say, well, I'm Emperor and I'm in charge, and therefore I'm going to, I don't know, like sit here and argue because I don't need to go out there, and I'm gonna, be whatever, the person that states the rules here. So you feel very Emperor because you're stating the rules that no one will go outside and fight the bear. But in reality, we're not seeing clearly, where it's like, no, the Emperor is the masculine here that would go outside to fight the bear to protect his family. He was not going to let fear get in the way of him and the bear, and so then we tell ourselves a story to support our ego. But this is cowardly energy. This is cowardly. This isn't the big man. This is not the big man at all. Okay, so I don't know who needed to hear that, and I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but I feel like someone thinks they're doing the big man thing here. and they're being cowardly because they're letting their fears get in the way. And so I feel like there is a need to dedicate oneself here with this Seven of Pentacles, okay? To put in the energy, the effort here, the practical effort here towards the right thing. And the right thing is the creating of the stability that you want. You're showing me you want this, okay? So you're showing me you want this, but you're also showing me that, but I'm going to stick to my ego. So I'm choosing the other thing here rather than the thing that is requiring me to step into my authentic emperor power here, you know, because this would require me to dedicate myself to something. Okay, and then we see the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Sun, which is the Knight of Wands. So this is where we're too dependent on the practical thing. Okay, the thing, the structure, that Four of Pentacles, we have something that we're dependent on, and it is in the pentacle realm. So either we have a little mini structure that we've built. Okay, and I say mini structure, it could be your whole life. I say it's mini because the world is expansive and you can have that plus much, much more. But we hang on to the little bit we have, you know, at the expense of our true spirituality, our emotions, because you're showing me you're shutting this out. You're shutting this out because you're saying, well, but I need to live in this part of town, you know, or I need to stay in my comfort zone that I've been in for however many years because it provides me stability. But that Four of Pentacles that you're hanging on to, that's the false emperor. That's saying I'm this. Okay, that I have an empire here that can't be blown away, that's built on rocks. That's what this is. But you're saying, no, I'm going to hang on to the empire I built on sand. You know, that I got to keep fighting for, that I got to be unhappy for in some way. Like, yes, there's some sort of fulfillment here, but I'm dependent on that little structure I built on sand. And so it's exhausting to keep up. It's not fulfilling. It's at the expense of me building an empire on the rock, an empire that would not blow away, that I could, you know, do whatever it is that I choose to do here, and my empire would still be standing. So this is a true empire built from an emperor rather than a Four of Pentacles, pretending or thinking, again, not seeing clearly. Okay, we're not seeing clearly with the High Priestess in reverse and the Moon. So what we're seeing as our empire, it's actually not. It's actually your comfort zone. It's actually fear. It's actually a dependency we have on something here. Okay, and we could have some sort of even a hyper independence here, like, yeah, like, because all this ego, it's like my way is to do it this way, you know, and so we're hyper independent, not listening to anyone else. Meanwhile, where there's a bear about to eat your family and you're so fixated on this, you know, because we're not seeing clearly. And if we would just open ourselves up and drop the ego of whatever, however we're trying to appear, we'd see. Okay, so again, I don't know if this is your energy or not, and what this is showing me is, so therefore I do not act on my desires, therefore I will not pursue my desire, therefore I am incapable of moving forward with my passions and my desires because I'm right where I need to be, giving to the empire of sand, because this is taking up all my time, but yet I'm not getting what I fully want, and it's exhausting, and I keep giving to it, so I'm maintaining something. But that's the extent of it. That's the growth of it, is maintenance. I don't get emotionally fulfilled. I never feel like I could build the stability here in it, but at least it provides me some sort of stability. Okay, so I don't know, pile number 2. This is quite the reading. Let's take a look then. What are you thinking, you know, with the Ace of Swords? So just to go back to this Ace of Wands, is there anything new? Again, I don't see anything new that you're pursuing here. Or passionately wanting to pursue so much as you're allowing yourself to get in your own way. Okay, that's what I see there. So something's going on in your world, but it seems to be the same old, or the choosing of the same old, rather than pursuing the thing that might have us scared. Okay, because we don't see it or we don't understand it. So the Ace of Swords, what are you thinking? Okay, like what new thoughts are kind of coming in? And what sort of actions are you inspired to take? Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile 2 with this Ace of Swords. What is coming through here? And it says success. The Ace of Cups said love, fertility, beginnings. The Ace of Wands says new beginnings. And then for the Ace of Swords, it says success here. Okay, so let's see. What sort of actions, what sort of thoughts are you having here? And maybe you're contemplating letting go of that Four of Pentacles, you know? So hopefully we see that here. Maybe you're finally sort of, I don't know, get some sort of thought here. Or maybe your intention is to do this at some point, although I don't feel like you're showing me that that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you guys, the Star. So we have Aquarius energy. I'm going to pull two more. Two more, Spirit. Okay, three more. Let's put that. Actually, let's put that there. Okay. And we have the Nine of Swords. Oh my goodness. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and then we have the Sun. Okay, pile number 2. What are we seeing here in your thoughts? Well, we're not seeing clearly. We're seeing in the moonlight. This is not acknowledging a truth. Okay, this is not getting very clear, very certain, seeing things for what it is. We could be in denial. We could not be wanting to honor a truth. We could be living in our non-authenticity. You know, like we're not taking action on the truth of authenticity because we're not seeing clearly. So I feel like there is a need to see clearly, because I feel there is a joy here for you, and to see the Sun and the Star. Like I feel like there's a desire, a hope to be content, to embrace the Sun like this, and not to be upkeeping and hanging on to a Four of Pentacles. You know, like look how beautiful this is compared to whatever the Four of Pentacles was in this sort of energy. Okay, I know that's not it. I see Five of Swords, but you were getting like the dark cards here, and the Four of Pentacles was very dark. You know, it seemed lonely. It wasn't like this bright sunny day, like embracing the joy of life and allowing the universe to bless upon us, because we're not hanging on to anything old that we feel is keeping us safe. So we need to see this. And I feel like right now, you know, to see on your Ace of Swords, this Nine of Swords, it's like sleepless nights because we're very anxious. A lot of anxiety. This is where we can't eat or sleep. This is sometimes dark night of the soul. Our thoughts are keeping us in a mental prison of sorts. And this could certainly be, how do I upkeep my Four of Pentacles, my mini empire that's built on sand? You know, causes a lot of stress because we can't sleep and relax at night, knowing the tide could come and wash away your empire at any point. And even if the tide can't and that empire is fine, and then we're crying over the fact that we're not happy, that our soul was calling to us, that there was more to life to bring us here, and we chose to be in some Four of Pentacles dark land. Okay, it's kind of like not acknowledging it. And normally when we avoid, or we don't see, or we don't, and we're not authentic because of ego getting in the way, or how we might be perceived, again with that Six of Wands, this is how we feel on the outside, and we might not know why we're feeling like this, anxious, and we feel like something's off. Okay, it is off because you weren't walking in your authenticity. You weren't walking and listening to your high priestess. Your high priestess was saying, pile 2, like there's something you're being called to do here, to come together, to bring your soul family together, and you chose to not listen to that, to be honest about it, because you wanted to appear in a certain way. And so this is taking a very heavy toll here with this Ten of Wands. Okay, this is where we're hanging on to something better served released, and that's that Four of Pentacles. So I don't know, in this depiction, she's kind of packed her stuff and she's moving on. So I don't know, maybe you have like a ton of baggage here that you feel is very heavy to carry, you know. But I feel like you're thinking, like, in order for me to get what I want, like I'm going to have to traverse maybe with all of this baggage and all of this heaviness here. And it's too much of a burden, or it's too heavy for me to carry, or something like this. When actuality, there's a need for you just to become honest with something, and allow the Sun and Source to kind of walk you through here so you can enjoy yourself. But I think your thoughts right now is sort of a mental prison, is like a purgatory here, keeping you stuck until we acknowledge something, until we get very clear about something and see something for what it is. You know, are we being honest with our wish? Are we being honest with what it is we want to see for ourselves? Or are we saying, that's something that I can't ever attain, or that will be too much of a burden for me to get or hold, or, you know, like what is our dialogue? Because I feel like whatever your dialogue is coming from that fearful, anxious place. It's not coming from a place of allowing things to be. It's not coming from a clear place. Okay, so let's take a deeper dive here with this Ace of Swords and see Spirit for pile number 2 with the Ace of Swords. Can we get a deeper layer as to what it is they're thinking, any actions that they're inspired to take here for pile number 2? Thank you, spirits. Okay. The Hangman in reverse. We need to change your perspective. This is where we're very fixated on our point of view. We have our blinders on. We are probably just looking at, what can I lose? What's going to be difficult? What has... This is again where we need to get enlightened by dropping our perception of how things must be or have been up until this point. But I am I am the man, or in order for me to have this outcome, I have to be a certain way, or I have to perceive to be in this energy, or okay, this is Hangman seeing something from very narrow perspective here. And so we don't allow the universe to give us new, fresh ideas. We can't see from another perspective. So we keep getting the same results. We keep staying in purgatory in some way. We keep carrying the heavy burden because we keep seeing these things the same way we always have seen them. So we don't get what we want. We have a desire and a wish. I know you know what you want. I mean, we all have desires and wishes. Okay, and maybe you're healing from something here that's been very heavy on your soul. But I feel like Spirit's showing like you can't get and attain what you want here if you do not change your perspective, if you do not allow the downloads here to come to you, to be open about what could potentially be a truth that you're not wanting to acknowledge or see because it's too fearful. Okay, so we have your 10 of Swords in the reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is a painful ending. Okay, this is like a betrayal, or we feel betrayed, having to come to terms with some sort of ending, but there's no swords here and birds, and it looks like she's walking into tranquility in some way here. So what I'm really getting from this 10 of Swords, it's like a need to put an end to that 4 of Pentacles that you've been suffering with in some way here, thinking it's the best thing since sliced bread, but really to set yourself free, like to set yourself into the sunlight so you can have this. But you have to walk towards that, which means you have to put an end to something, and you're not putting an end to it. This is hanging on to the dead things that need to end in order to cultivate something here worth having. Okay, worth having something with the 7 of Pentacles. We have to be the ones to take action here, okay, to actually practically do something to make it grow, to make it build, to put the time, the energy, or dedication or effort to protect something we want to succeed at, but we're not gonna grow that thing. We're not going to ever grow this thing unless we put an end to the thing that keeps us stuck in the past or unable to move. Okay, so liberate yourself. Liberate yourself here so you could get what you want, because I feel like right now we're not seeing this. Okay, so is there anything new coming in? I think no, that I see, as long as we're in the same mindset. We keep perpetuating the same unclarity. We keep shutting out to the sun, the joy. We keep shutting out, getting our wish. We're thinking we don't need to cultivate something here, or we think that we are cultivating something potentially in the world we're in, but we're not cultivating something new. We're certainly not cultivating our wishes. Okay, so that's what I see in the Ace of Swords. Let's take a look at your Ace of Pentacles, which is your finances in your practical world here. Okay, so what are we going to use for this? Let's use this deck right here. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles here for pile number 2, Spirit. What's going on in their practical world? So we could get any one of these kind of pulling through here. Your material world, your practical world, your finances. What's going on here with pile number 2, Spirits, in this realm? Thank you so much for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. We have Temperance in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, and we have Strength in reverse, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Pile 4. So what I'm really feeling here is somebody who is very much in the world of practical things, okay? You have an established thing here that might mean a lot to you because it is taken time to build, or you feel a sense of commitment to this thing. It provides stability. It kind of makes you feel as though you're grounded in some way. You know, this could be your family life, your work. You're very fixed in your way. Maybe you like consistency, or you just feel very secure in some way in your world here, okay? And I feel like you have your blinders on with that Hangman, that you're not seeing that you can have stability, you can be committed to your work, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of everything else. Your passions, your desires, your hopes, shutting out your feelings, coming together with soul family. So we're very fixated on one little niche. You're saying, no, but I just care about work. You know, that's what you're telling me here. I just care about my material happiness, what's in front of me. You know, this family structure that I've built here in a way, but it's whatever this family structure is not like the family we're protecting from a place of soul family, like of a deep sense of love, and we're not living with passion and fire. We're just kind of maintaining some sort of structure here for the sake of maintaining the material things, for maintaining the peace in some way, or we're playing a role of someone here. So we're playing this role because at least we know who we have to be in this role. Okay, and that's that 6 of Wands. We have to appear to be the father or the protector of the thing because I've built the thing. Although every part inside of me is saying that there is a need for me to integrate other aspects of me, my passions, my feelings, find balance in my life so I can do the things that I love, so I can appreciate, you know, other aspects of myself here. This is very boring energy without everything else. Like, yes, it's good to be secure, but at the expense of what? So we don't expand. Okay, that that Hangman in the reverse is like, it's the Hangman doesn't even see how it could expand because it's so narrow-minded in its thoughts. So it doesn't allow there to be growth in any other area here, to pursue passions and relationships and live life to its fullest. It's shutting it out because it, again, doesn't want to find the courage within itself. I'm feeling a cowardly energy. Okay, I'm feeling a cowardly energy, and I don't mean to call you coward, but it's what it is. It's like, I don't want to face the fear. I do not want to face this part of me that would have to risk or deal with what it would mean for me to even let go a little bit of this in order to experience life. And we don't even have to let go so much as trust the universe that we can have stability. in a world that reflects back to us a lot of other areas, but we're too fearful. We do not want to explore that, or at least we do not see it. And we don't see that we're fearful. We don't see it because we're still fixated on our point of view. And again, it's like ego. So maybe we're like, well, we're not scared. We're making this choice. And it's like deep in the subconscious, there's a need to look at the fear of why are we not feeling? Pile 2. Is your heart like so overjoyed with passion and fire, and you're so much love, and have you even experienced this to know the difference? Or are we continuously in that state of anxiety and trying to live every day here to keep up some sort of empire? And whatever we're telling ourselves is coming from an ego place, okay? Ego doesn't necessarily have to mean arrogant. Ego could mean whatever it is that we're telling ourselves that creates a lack mindset. That's ego, okay? Because our true knowing knows that we don't lack anything at all. But when we let ego drive, it's like, I can't do this, and I shouldn't do that, and I got to do this, and I have to be that, and I must appear this way, and that's all ego. So I feel there's a heavy ego getting in the way of a true reality. There's a cowardly energy that doesn't want to go exploring outside of his comfort zone because it's already established in some way here, but he's miserable. And yeah, okay. So how's your financial world? I think it's pretty decent. I don't see anything new. I see same old boring is what I see here. Okay, same old boring. So let's take a look. Spirit, can we get a deeper layer here for the Ace of Pentacles for pile number 2? Anything further we can clarify here in the world of pile number 2? 5 of Cups, look at that. At the expense of my own emotions, you know, at the expense of feeling anything. 5 of Cups, sadness. You know, it's like I'd rather do this than experience emotions, because what if I get sad? What if God forbid, my heart opens up here and I can't flush out my feelings or deal with my emotions? Okay, so we're not allowing ourselves to feel. 8 of Swords in the mental prison. Okay, that was that 9 of Swords anxiety. 8 of Swords is we're limited by our own beliefs, or we're limited by a structure that we have been conditioned to believe is true. Therefore, it limits our expansion. We believe something. Okay, we believe it. So therefore, we start to live in that way, and it causes constraints around us. And so we keep supporting that mindset. And we have masks here. So we're pretending to be someone we're not, or in a world that we don't want to be in order to upkeep something that we think we have to upkeep. And we don't allow ourselves to move forward. And we don't allow ourselves to feel. One more card here, spirits. This is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen and King of Pentacles. Divine counterparts here, okay? Complementary counterparts. This could be your spouse, you know. This could be, I don't know, mother, father energy, husband and wife energy. This energy came in reverse. So are we in a situation here where we're in a loveless sort of situation, or where we're with someone here who is family, and we're disconnected from them, or they're disconnected from us, or whatever, however you want to see it. But in the practical world, it makes sense, but everything else makes absolutely no sense. And so, I don't know, like a belief I have, a belief system, you know, whatever it may be, or my religion, my belief system, my ideology, my conditioning, my upbringing, whatever it is, I feel like I have to do something here in order to upkeep some sort of disconnected relationship or disconnected dysfunction. Because this is my family member, this is my mother, this is my sister, this is my partner for so many years here, but I'll just kind of maintain here, you know. It's kind of this martyr sacrificial person at the expense of my happiness, at the expense of my growth, at the expense of not feeling, at the expense of not getting my passions, my wish, meeting up with my soul people, my soul family, living life to its greatest potential of spirituality, because I'm seeing things so narrow from a matrix world, from an egoic place. This is what I see. I don't see anything new here, you guys. I see you guys kind of maintaining status quo, you know, out of choice. And I mean, choice is staying in an Eight of Swords, because we don't have to stay in an Eight of Swords. But maybe we just got to see it for what it is. So if you're here and that resonates, maybe that's the beginning of you seeing what that is. Okay, so this is what I have, pile number 2. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my most beautiful. Pile number 3. You guys picked the Ace of Swords for your pick. Beautiful. We'll be taking a look at 4 areas of your life, okay? We'll be looking at your feelings. That's your relationships, partnerships, your romantic sort of endeavors. Then we'll be looking at the Ace of Swords, which is your passions, your desires, your creativity. Your career could certainly come through. Your relationships could come through with this as well. And then we'll be looking at your thoughts. You know, what are you thinking? What sort of inspired sort of intentions are you acting on here? Okay, so there's lots of intertwining of energy here, actions and thoughts. And then we'll be looking at your financial, material world, your practical world, what sort of things are going on right around you. So as we do this, you can crisscross energies, meaning if we pick up an energy, I say to you, it could certainly be energy around you. Okay, it's up to you to sort of crisscross it. Don't make things fit, but if it doesn't resonate, then maybe this isn't your pile. So I'll be using a whole slew of different decks here in order to deliver the message. We'll look at your Ace of Cups first. And this is, because these are all aces, this is what's new. Okay, so is there sort of a new beginning in these areas? Or is there a renewal of anything that maybe you have going on in these areas? Or are we kind of, what part of the phase or cycle are we sitting in? Okay, because we could be stuck in a phase, we could be seeing something new come in, but this is right here, right now energy. Okay, obviously depending where you're in the timeline, but it's going to be either happening right now for you, has just happened, or is just about to happen. Okay, so let's look at this Ace of Cups. So Spirit, for pile number 1, what's going on in their feels? What's going on here in their relationships? What's going on here? What is new? What's coming in? What are they dealing with? What are their feelings in their partnerships, relationships, emotions? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. All right, so Hangman in reverse, 7 of Pentacles. One more. 2 more. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Cups. Okay. Okie dokie. What do we see here? The Hangman in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Cups. So I think that maybe we're fixated on some sort of point of view here with the Hangman in reverse. Okay, like maybe we're really seeing things from our own point of view. And no, that's normally what I get here. I don't feel this is. It could be somebody around you that could be in that energy. Again, crisscross it. But I feel like maybe you have been in limbo. I feel like you have been in limbo or something here. And what I feel is that you're either breaking out of this energy, or you're now sort of seeing what is worthy of your energy with this 7 of Coins. Like what you want to commit to here energetically when it comes to your love life, or what it is that you connect to on an emotional level. Like, do you want to give and give and give to a situation here that maybe at some point was stuck, not moving, keeping you under one sort of understanding? I feel like now you've either broken out of this understanding or you're now able to see where it is you want to invest. And so I feel like, well, with this 9 of coins in reverse, this is like making yourself sort of unavailable here. I think you're making yourself unavailable so that you can find your 10 of cups. And in order to find a 10 of cups, which is our emotional fulfillment with another and build like our future happiness or happily ever after, we have to get very clear about where we invest this energy. So I don't know that you're available. You're showing me I'm not available right now to emotionally experience a relationship because I'm coming into some sort of understanding or awareness, or I've now come out of giving it a lot of thought. And so what I've understood here in my contemplation is that the only way I'm going to be emotionally fulfilled here in a relationship is if I know where I'm investing and what sort of fruit comes of it. Because what I'm really feeling here is that maybe there was something stuck with this hangman, you know, something that wasn't moving or something you had to get clear about or something that wasn't producing. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's kind of getting more intuitive mixed with some of the cards here, but let's get a deeper layer for pile number 3, spirits. What's going on here with their Ace of Cups, their feels, their emotions, their relationships? What's going on here? Can we get a deeper look at this spread here? Thank you so much. We have the Ace of Coins. Look at that. New beginning. I knew it. Yes, you're getting out of something here that had you stuck. New beginning. Knight of Coins in reverse and the Strength in reverse. Okay. Leo energy coming through. Pisces energy coming through. So what I'm seeing here is a new beginning. Implanting something that's actually going to grow to something. And I feel like this is as a result of a very stuck energy, a stuck energy that I feel was not fruitful. Okay, was not fruitful, wasn't moving, it was kind of stuck here. And so I feel like we have had to pull ourselves out, and I do feel a stuck energy from you right now because I feel like you're gaining strength and you're trying to find it within you in order to put your energy towards something that will give you a new beginning. So you're right on the verge here, okay? Like, I don't feel like this, whatever the relationship or your investment here has yet showed up, but I feel like your energy is shifting in a way that you're gaining the courage within yourself, getting empowered here to take this new beginning and plant it in an area that I feel is going to be fruitful, but you haven't planted it yet. Here's the hand spade. Okay, it hasn't been planted yet because I think it's still fresh. Again, this is very fresh energy, what's happening right here, right now. Okay, right here, right now, I think you just broke yourself out of a situation that wasn't producing, that was very stuck, you know, and I feel like you're not available right now emotionally here to give of yourself energetically. And so you're trying to find this within yourself, but I feel like you want a happily ever after. I feel like you want to come together here in an emotional happily ever after, you know, and I feel like you know that you need to plant something in order to attain this, but it needs to be something that is going to bear fruit. It's going to have to be the right type of soil in order to foster this. And I think right now we're not quite sure. How do we move forward with this? Are we supposed to Move forward now? Do we hang back for a bit? And I feel like you're hanging back for a bit. Okay, so this is what I see here for your Ace of Cups, which is your relationships and your emotional world. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands, which is your passions, your desires, and it could certainly be tied into any one of these sort of areas. You know, we could be passionately pursuing our career or finances, some material world, something in our practical world. We could be, you know, I don't feel like you're pursuing anything passionately here with this Ace of Cups, although I do see you want a 10 of Cups. Okay, you're telling me like that you knew that there was a 10 of Cups somewhere here for you, but that you were needing to sort of find it within yourself to get empowered. So, Spirit, for the Ace of Wands for pile number 3, can we take a look at their passions, their desires, their creativity, their hobbies? What is going on here with their soul's passion and desire? Okay, so we have Balance, which is the Justice card in reverse. That is Libra energy. And we have the Queen of Wands. It says Friend, and here it says Balance. Okay, Friend with the Queen of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands. Look at that, you guys. So far we're seeing new beginnings here in your energy. So the Queen of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And like I said, we have Libra. You're trying to regain balance. And like I feel like there is a situation here in which you just kind of came out of, you know, or had a new sort of epiphany in your own sort of investment and where you want to invest. So I feel like you're trying to gain balance. And I don't feel like you've found justice for yourself yet. And so I feel like there is a burning passion and a desire for you to pursue what you want. You know, and I'm feeling a very strong confidence coming from you. Like this is the most confidence we can have here. So I do feel there is something new here right away for you once you regain your balance. And I don't think it's going to take you very long at all, because I feel like you're vibrating on an energy here that's bringing in something new. A lot of fire, okay? But I think your fire right now is pointed towards balancing yourself. Like I think you're really focused on, how do I find balance within myself? How do I regain sort of my equilibrium back? You know, like I think you're really focused on this because maybe you've been completely knocked off balance here emotionally in something. So I feel like that is kind of where you're focused on, or you're really passionately pursuing bringing a sense of balance to yourself, justice to yourself, so that you can pursue and be excited about the future here. You know, what's going to attract you to it, what's going to pull you to it, and what are you going to pull towards yourself? Okay, I feel like you're trying to find a very good balance between what you pull in, who you let in, and what you pursue. Okay, but we do see the new beginning there. Okay, so let's take a deeper look here at pile number 3, Spirit. What's going on here with their Ace of Wands? So we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Beautiful. And yeah, the World. Look at that, you guys. And the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. I love tarot. Okay. So, what's your energy here? New energy. You're on the verge of really wrapping up, I think, something that's already sort of closed out, because I feel the energy has already shifted, okay? But the world is really like putting it behind you. And this is preparing for the new. And I feel like you're really preparing because you have an understanding now that I feel maybe it took a while for you to get, you know, with the Hangman in reverse. Like you might have sat idle. You might have been in contemplation for very long about what you wanted, what was calling to you, what was right, what was honest, what was authentic for you. And so I feel like there's a desire here to follow a new opportunity, you know, to plant a seed. Like I said, we saw that Ace of Pentacles, like you want a new beginning, and planting a seed is something that's going to foster into something that turns out in a practical way. Okay, this is like something that's officially going to grow into something, you know, that isn't just going to sit sort of as an emotion, but that's going to be like a real either relationship or a real thing here. Okay, so I feel like you're wanting to step in line with a greater truth of understanding that you have. And I feel like you are working on closing out the imbalance that you've been experiencing. And I feel like intuitively, you know that you are aligning your energy towards this, okay, with this High Priestess. Like, I feel like you're being called towards this sort of energy that maybe you've been stagnant in some time in whatever you were in. So this High Priestess is study, and I feel like whatever you've experienced here was sort of like a lesson of sorts, okay? Because the study is like we've experienced something, and now we intuitively gain some understanding, and we're having to really put an end here. This says reward. So I feel like the universe is definitely rewarding you with some sort of exciting, new, honest adventure, okay? Opportunity. And intuitively, I feel you know it's coming, okay? Because here's your confidence. Like, I feel like you're confident. And although this situation might have, I don't know, like, seemed kind of stuck in some way, or it rocked your world, or made you feel imbalanced, I feel like your confidence is still there, because I feel intuitively there's an understanding of something greater out here for yourself. Okay, so High Priestess is Pisces energy. This is good. Okay, so we do see new beginnings. Let's take a look at your Ace of Swords and what it is you're thinking and your actions and your intentions here. Let's pull from this here. Okay, Ace of Swords for pile number 3, Spirit. What's going on in their thoughts, in their mind? What are they thinking? What sort of action are they intending on taking? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3, Spirit. Cards are feeling very stiff for me for some reason. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the World. Yeah, okay, beautiful. So what do we see here? I think you're, again, because of whatever's happened here, I feel you are in some sort of, you know, defensive energy here, but I feel like this is the spiritual warrior, the survivor that's going to keep on going here, but I feel like is very much discerning and blocking out anything here that gets in the way of your Ace of Wands, your passion, your desire, what you want for yourself. So it's like, I'm going to keep my, you know, my wall of resistance up to anything that gets in the way, but I'm not giving up on myself is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, so that's your thought. That's your sort of what you're encompassing here mentally, is like, I'm not giving up on myself, and I'm going after what I want, but I'm also very guarded here and discerning in who I let in. And because I feel like your balance is the key right now. Like, you're really thinking about, I want an equal reciprocity of a give and take. What I'm going to feed into energetically and invest my time is also going to reciprocate back to me. You know, I'm very cautious now where I invest my energy, who I give to, because I feel like at one point it was stuck or lopsided, or there was an imbalance or an injustice of where we were investing. So I feel like you're closing this out. Like, you're closing out an experience that left you feeling dysregulated, I guess, in some way. Okay, so this is the second time we're seeing a World, and the World card is a successful conclusion, you know, of a phase in our life. Like, we learned with that High Priestess that said learning, it's like we learned the lesson here. We don't repeat the cycle. We close that chapter. We've learned what we need to. and we're now preparing for the new. And so I feel like as we're closing this out, we're really sort of understanding what it means to give and what it means to take and what it means to have balance, reciprocity, and what it means to have discernment, what it means to still not give up on ourselves, you know, so that we can gain what we want. Okay, so what else are we thinking here, spirits, with this Ace of Swords? What are we acting on? What are we thinking? What is our intent to act? What is our communication, if anything, here? We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Chariot in reverse. Okay. What do I see? I'm feeling there's a past situation here, okay, that I feel you're trying to move away from and maybe very guarded here with this wall. Okay, and I feel the wall is keeping out any sort of imbalance, any sort of experience that you feel you're done with here. And I feel like at one point in time, you had to sit in your emotions here, looking back on a situation that might have caused a lot of sadness. Okay, but what I'm feeling is as you're moving out of this stage, you're also getting more fired up for your new beginning. But I am feeling an energy coming in here of a Knight of Wands. And I feel like it's somebody here who wants to come forward with a communication to you. Because I feel like this, and it could certainly be where we were stuck here. Okay, I don't know. I feel it is because I feel like this is somebody who feels bad. Okay, somebody who feels regretful, remorseful, saddened by maybe how things turned out or by the imbalance or their inability to find justice somehow for you. Maybe it's who you have this wall up against, but I feel like there's somebody here wanting to come forward, wanting to kind of come in, you know, and I feel like with this Chariot in reverse, it's like you're putting the brakes on, you know, like you're no longer with the World and the Chariot in reverse. This is like the end of moving forward in that world, you know. So I don't know if someone else is still stuck in a world here that you are closing out, but I do feel that there is communication coming from this energy. And what I'm also getting is in order for there to be success here, there has to be a true sort of flesh out of, I don't know, like the Five of Cups, like we have to go through the grieving process, right? Like what we said, what we did, how we feel. And I don't necessarily feel like this person has done this. And so I feel like they're either stuck. So just be wary if they come forward here as this Knight of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands is, you know, this fiery energy that just kind of dies out because there's no real substance, you know, there's no real sort of long-term strategy or game plan. And I feel like it's because this Knight of Wands might have not have really recognized the pain or sat with the need to reflect on something here. And so I feel like there's a hard stop here. But I am getting from like a hard stop as in you're kind of stopping this, but I feel because this is Knight of Wands energy, which is quite fast, and the Chariot in reverse could be very quick energy. It's like someone's impulsive, and they're impulsive because they haven't yet been able to process their emotions around you. Okay, so that's coming in. Well, let's take a look at, I mean, that might have already happened because this is right here, right now, you know, someone coming in, communicating with you, or it could be happening right away because this is immediate energy. So let's take a look at this Ace of Pentacles. And what am I pulling? I'll pull on these ones. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is going to be your finances. Okay, your monetary gain here, your practical world, could be your career, you know, just anything kind of going on in your world here, in the matrix world. Spirit, for pile number 3, what do they need to know in regards to their Ace of Pentacles, their new beginning and their finances, their material world, their practical world? What's going on? Spirit, clear and concise message. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. One more, spirits. One more. And like I said, a lot of these are intertwined, okay? Practical world can touch any one of these. You have strength. So, okay. This is the Tarot of Opposition, which is we get, you know, the two sides. And it's kind of like the shadow aspect and the light aspect. Here we have a shadow aspect of a Knight of Cups pouring out emotions. So I'm getting a couple of things here. For one, what I'm getting is in this practical world, or what we're needing to do here, I see you dispensing or releasing a lot of trapped emotions, okay? Like if whatever had you stuck, whatever you were emotionally kind of hung up on here, I see you're pouring that out. Okay, like pouring it out as in you're no longer carrying the same energetically charged feelings for whatever you were carrying. But I'm also feeling another energy here, and it could certainly be that Knight of Wands coming in, also as a Knight of Cups, expressing something to you. And because the Chariot was in reverse, which I was getting kind of this reckless sort of energy, it could be an outpour of emotions here. That's kind of like, yeah, like this just a lot coming out here, okay? Like, but it needs to, that they had to process something, but they're coming out with like a whole bunch of feels or expressing themselves emotionally, okay? Like this is happening in your practical world here. And so if for whatever reason you were engaged in your day in, day out life with something that was bringing you emotional fulfillment, you're no longer engaged with that. You're detaching yourself from your emotional connection to whatever this is. But I'm feeling very heavy communication here with this Eight of Wands. So I do feel someone coming in here, maybe, you know, barfing out their emotions in some way, in some sort of reckless way. I mean, Eight of Wands is very quick energy, you know, but I feel like, well, we're not seeing the shadow, which is very reckless here. We're seeing kind of more of a flow of energy. I feel like we're now allowing energy to flow in a situation in a practical way where things were probably very stuck. And you, by emotionally dispensing any energetically emotional charge you had, and this person being able to maybe offset some emotions that they had that maybe they could not express. So I do see communication. I see it fairly successful. And I see this as forward progress, but I feel like it allows you to progress, to move forward. And I feel like this takes a lot of courage, okay? We're not seeing strength in the shadow here. We're seeing it in the light. So I feel like we face what we have to. We're able to hold back where we need to and move forward where we can. This is forward movement, and this is releasing. Okay? Releasing emotions that were maybe held, or releasing and expressing. So I feel like there's a mixture here of facing our courage, having strength in doing so, maybe facing fears in doing so, but I feel like there's an actual practical action here in your real world due to a conversation that allows this to flow. Leo energy. Okay, let's get a deeper dive. Spirit, can we see a little bit more in regards to this Ace of Pentacles? What's going on here for pile number 3? We have the Knight of Swords. We saw pretty much all the Knights. We saw the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. We just did not see the Knight of Pentacles yet. Okay, we'll see if we do. We have the Ace of Wands, beautiful new beginning. Okay, and then the Three of Wands. Okay. So, what do I see? I see someone coming in. And the only thing I don't see is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight, and it's not here. So I feel like something's moving fast with the Chariot in reverse, with the Eight of Wands. Something that might have been stuck, like I said, and I feel like there is, because of a conversation with this Knight of Swords, there's kind of a conversation here that might not be pleasant, that might require us stepping into some courage to speak our truth. You know, to have a confrontation of sorts. Words need to be expressed that weren't said. Okay, words need to be expressed that weren't said. And I think what happens here is it allows there to be a new beginning. Okay, now I feel like the new beginning, because I am getting for a lot of you guys, is a renewal of a new beginning in an existing situation where we're now kind of partners. Okay, but what I'm getting for a lot of you guys is this allows you to have closure so you can move forward in your new beginning, because what was damaged can't be repaired here. And we're seeing the Ace of Wands in the shadow. Okay, so it's like I'm getting the two energies. I'm getting from something that now needs the nourishment, needs to be repaired because it's been burnt, or it's been, it's kind of in this energy that has no leaves, but we're now grabbing it and we're now partners in sort of dealing with what the aftermath of this is, but we're on the same page. And it's going to take a lot of courage for us to deal with the burnt parts of whatever this partnership, okay, whatever this disagreement is, having to see eye to eye. Or this could be, we now have a truce that I'm able to move away from this because I have the closure and we were able to have the dialogue. But we see the Three of Wands, which is all about expansion, moving forward. So I'm getting a bittersweetness from this. We're not seeing, again, this beautiful, Three of Wands where we're kind of getting on our ships and moving to the future. It's like this is kind of more of a something maybe that we are seeing as we're having to give up in some way, and sometimes when we make a choice, we have to give up on something. So if we move forward away from something here, it's like we didn't really want to, but it was beyond repair, beyond repair, but it still allows us to have a new beginning, a Three of Wands, to expand ourselves. But we just need to gain our bearings, and we're thinking about, how something wasn't able to be salvaged in some way, or we did not want to, but it still left us kind of feeling sad. Or this could certainly be us, here with the Three of Wands, is still able to move forward in a situation here that we're looking at as we wish it, it didn't have to start again from some sort of burnt crisp here. Like we're looking at this as, now what? Like, okay, we kind of had this dialogue which is painful here, and words might have been said that are painful, and now I know, or I'm being offloaded with all of this expression and these feelings, and now it's like, now what? Like, how do I move this forward now with everything that I know? But at least we're not stuck. But we might be kind of conflicted, and now what? Like, I already had my plan. I already had an understanding. I already did my world and release. I already closed out a cycle chapter here. So now, how do I move forward here? Because either which way, I'm going to have to say goodbye to something, or at least release something that maybe I wasn't wanting to let go of. Or at least I wanted to let go of it, but you see sadness in letting go of it. Whatever is resonating for you, okay? So that's what I see here in pile number 3. I hope this resonated for you guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my most beautiful pile number 4. You guys picked the Ace of Pentacles for your pick. All right. So what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at all of the areas here of your life. Okay. So cups, which is representing your emotions, your romantic relationships, your partnerships, your feelings. Okay. And what's coming in new, or what is being renewed. All right, like what point of the cycle are you in? Are you having anything new coming in? Are you just finishing out a cycle? Like what's going on in that realm? And then with the Ace of Wands, we'll look at your passions, your desires, your inspiration, your creative pursuits, your hobbies, your career might come through. Of course, relationship might even pull through here. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is your thoughts, your actions. What are your intentions to act on? What are you thinking? And then with the Ace of Pentacles, we'll look at your finances, your career, might come through here as your practical world, your monetary, financial situation, and that sort of thing. But we might get a lot of overlap here, okay? Because energy is overlapping in all these sort of realms. So this is looking at right here, right now energy, like what's going on here with you in this world. Now, if I say it's your energy and it sounds like energy around you, just crisscross rolls, okay? Because we might be picking up other people's energy coming through. So it's up to you to crisscross as you see fit. So let's look at your emotions here, like your romantic sort of connections or your feelings. What's going on in your world of romance and partnership with the Ace of Cups, Spirits. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 4. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 4, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so emotionally, what's going on here in the feels of pile number 4, Spirit? We have the High Priestess in reverse, the Star. Wow. Temperance. Oh my goodness. What's going on, pile 4? What is going on? 3 major arcana. The world, I see. The universe getting involved with energy here, okay? Because 3 major arcana is just where the universe is sort of taking the wheel. So High Priestess, Pisces energy, Aquarius, and Sagittarius we're seeing. So are we not seeing how we can attain our wish? Or are we maybe not listening to our intuition in regards to how we can attain our wish? I think we're not seeing just yet. I think the universe is intervening here when it comes to your emotional sort of relationships here. Like there's something you're not quite seeing, and I think you're not seeing it yet because I feel like there is a wish coming through. Okay, and it could be something that you were hoping for, or you saw something in the future that you would be able to attain. And so I feel like the universe is working in the background here with the Temperance. Okay, the Temperance is all about finding the right sort of mixture in order to have the right output of something here. And so maybe you're working on finding your own balance, but I feel like the universe is, if there is a period, because this is all major arcana, if there's a period of stillness here, which I feel there is, and we'll see because I'll pull a little bit more here, but if you're still, Spirit is saying you're still for a reason. You're alchemating in some way. I don't know if that's a word, I just made it up, but you're getting in an energy here that is going to make yourself available for what the universe is bringing towards you, and you're not seeing what that is right now. You're on a need-to-know basis. But there's divine intervention here. There's something you're destined to attain here in some way that the universe is working, conspiring. And as this happens in all due timing, you know, you're having to work on self or your energy so that you're able to be in a receptive energy to receive or to work with what's being given to you. And in the meantime, what is being given to you also has to be in the right energy. So the universe has to align things here, okay? So if things are slow, the universe is aligning. But I do see wishes coming true. I see hopes, desires, and destiny coming through. But we're not sure, you know, because we don't see it. And so maybe we're doubting our intuition about something here. Okay, let's see. We're going to pull some more. So, Spirit, thank you for this message. Clear and concise message for pile 4. Why are we seeing this message here? Can we get a deeper layer, deeper look at this Ace of Cups for pile number 4? What's going on in their emotional world here with their relationships, their feelings? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. All right. The Fool and 7 of Cups. Okay. So, interesting. 7 of Cups, High Priestess. Like we really don't see what this is, okay? We might have been feeling almost like the universe kind of left us in a cluster beep of we're not sure. But I feel like seeing the 7 of Cups and the Star, this is like our fantasy, okay? Our dream, some fantasy we had. And I feel like the universe is alchemizing whatever this is for us to have a new beginning here. Okay, the Fool is a new beginning, and same with this Page of Wands. This is like opening the door to experiencing something new, being excited about something new, communication coming through of something new, okay? So I feel like we're going to get some communication here from the universe that we don't see right now. How it's coming in, who it's coming in from, that's going to open the door in order for us to explore. And we're going to have a lot of opportunity here. Okay, we're going to have a lot of opportunity all of a sudden present itself because the universe is shaking things up in a way that now presents where we might have felt like we didn't see anything to a whole slew of options where we might have thought we only saw one sort of wish. Now the opportunity is a whole bunch of different things here that maybe we never even suspected. We were totally in the dark about it. Maybe we had our blinders on, you know, we only had one wish, one desire, one sort of North Star we were following. And the universe says, hold on, pile one, why are you, you know, fixated maybe on this desire, this wish? What you don't see is that you have all of this. And you might like a lot more of these options than where you were sort of maybe settling or wanting at one point in time. And you're going to now have the opportunity to explore what this is about. Okay, you can explore what this is about, what you actually want here. So I think the universe is shedding a light here on opportunity that was in the dark at some point in time. And I do feel like with the moon here, High Priestess in reverse, like we really did not see how the universe was even going to come through for us. But we have to be in the right energy here, and it has to be the right timing, because you will be on this new exploration here with the Fool, okay? And I do sense there is communication coming to you. And this is, again, right here, right now. Like if you haven't heard yet, you will be hearing right away about this opportunity that just came kind of out of the blue. Someone that you weren't suspecting to hear from, or communication that you were not suspecting, that allows there to be sort of a new opening here. Okay, so let's take a look at your desires, your passion, your pursuits, creative or career-wise or relationship-wise. Like what comes through here with your passions? What are your passions here, your desires? For pile, oh, I don't want to use this. No, I don't. Thank you, spirits. Let us, what should we use? Let's use this. For pile number 2, spirit, what are their passions, their desires, their creative pursuits? Thank you so much, spirits, for this message. What is going on in this Ace of Worlds and Words? Ace of Wands, Worlds and Words. Interesting. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Wands in reverse. You're breaking out of prison here, I feel. Pile number 4. Okay. I don't think you saw this coming. And the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I feel like your main focus has been really around freeing yourself up from an oppressive situation here. I feel like something's had you stuck in some way. And I do feel it's stemming from this Ace of Cups. Okay, because we were seeing like an unknown here. We were kind of feeling stuck in some way, or at least like in our feelings, we were at the mercy of what the universe was kind of dishing out for us. And so I feel like if you were feeling controlled or oppressed, or someone in your world was, I don't know, like not being clear with you, or just controlling or playing mind games in some way, like I feel like your desire, your passion is to free yourself from oppressive situations, people, you know, unclear things. Like that's what your passion is. And I feel like maybe that was your star, like your desire, your hope was get yourself out of something, you know, like you felt very much like it had a hold on you. And I feel like Spirit is showing here, whatever did have you kind of oppressed is kind of being released. Okay, you're breaking out of prison here in some way from a situation, because the universe is intervening. Okay, like I said, I'm feeling here Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but it could certainly be someone who might have been controlling, had to have it their way in some way, maybe someone who was overly logical, or illogical in their approach with something, not very clear, maybe very cold, maybe very cunning, manipulative, playing mind games in some way, and you having to carry some sort of burden here with this person or this energy and having to free yourself from this. Okay, so let's see. Well, surely you got to have more passions and desires outside of just this, but I guess if it had a strong hold on you, yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. We have the we have the Three of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. So we saw the Seven of Cups here, which were your options and all these sort of things the universe is making available to you. I feel like right now you're having to deal with, and your focus, you're really passionate about getting out of a very oppressive situation that left you feeling very heartbroken. Now, again, because this is right here, right now energy, this is fresh, you know, and the fact that it's in reverse, though, I feel like it's fresh, although you might have been mourning or going through grieving or dealing with heartache here for quite some time. And this is probably why this is like your passion of pursuing an out or releasing from an oppressive situation that's been hurting you for some time here with this Three of Swords, or that you've been trying to mourn. Okay, and maybe it had you very dependent on a situation, codependent in some way, that you felt there was no escape. You know, maybe you were financially having to depend on this person, or maybe just there was some sort of dependency. Okay, and so having to break out of this and get out of the confusion because we were unclear and we weren't really certain of what was happening, and maybe this energy wasn't providing certainty, you know, wasn't allowing things to become very clear, and so we weren't quite sure. And so I feel like you're getting sure, you're getting clear, you're now very focused on driving yourself out of confusion, releasing yourself from maybe a codependent, painful situation, or where you experience heartache from someone who's been cold, or their words, actions, intentions have hurt you. Okay, I see the two hands here. So yeah, I feel like you were stuck in a situation that with someone was keeping you stuck or holding you back, which felt very oppressive, and we could have been codependent on it, or we felt like we had to, I don't know, like kind of stay or provide some sort of practical action of ourselves here to something, martyr ourselves in some way. But I feel like there was a lot of unclarity or uncertainty. So your passion is to, I think you're very focused on whatever this connection is here of the universe pulling you out of a very oppressive situation. I don't see anything new except for you kind of coming to some sort of end of this, like you're coming out, like you're working your way out of this. Okay, like you've been grieving, processing, the pain might have hurt you really bad with the Three of Swords at some point, and now we're sort of in an energy of, I don't know, like releasing that. Okay, so it doesn't have the same hold that it did on you. So let's look at the Ace of Swords. What are your thoughts, your actions? What are you intending on acting on? Any communication coming through to you? What is this Ace of Swords all about, Spirit, for pile number 4? What is this Ace of Swords for pile number 4? Their thoughts, their actions, communication, their intentions. Okay, so we have the Hangman in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, and one more. One more, Spirit. We have Strength. Okay, so what do we see here? Well, Pisces, Leo energy coming through. The Knight of Cups, it says a dream or a proposal. This is someone expressing emotion. I think there's somebody here who is going to be coming forward with communication. I don't feel this is your energy. Okay, like you're going to be the receiver here, I feel, of someone's actions coming in as a Knight of Cups. This is the Knight in shining armor. And so I feel like there's a couple of things coming through. One is the fact that when we see the Hangman in reverse, it's like we might be seeing things from a very fixed sort of perspective. Okay, like we're seeing things from a very fixed perspective, not seeing someone else's point of view. But this says waiting and sacrifice, and I feel as though you might have been in a situation where you've sacrificed yourself, or where you've been, like I said, in that stuck sort of energy, and you're breaking out of this. And as you break out of this, you have a new energy here, which allows you to express yourself, to allow energy to come in and flow either to you or away from you. But I feel like the universe is showing that there has to be a shift in the energy and the mindset for you to totally detach from whatever mindset we had in the past, in order for there to be an available sort of opening here for someone to offer you love, or for you to be able to feel safe about expressing love again because of what has happened here in some way, or at least express yourself. So I feel like this is going to take a lot of courage. Oh, the phone is ringing. I'll be right back. All right, just telemarketer. So yeah, something's going to require a lot of courage. And I think it's courage. I'm feeling mixed energies, to be honest, because there's a lot coming through here, and I'm not sure I'm doing it justice here, because there's a strong energy still kind of sitting and needing to process past. And so because we were seeing the Seven of Cups, you know, we were still maybe muddled in what we want and truths about how we feel and whether we're actually feeling here. What are we feeling? You know, because we might have to really sort of look from and face certain things within us that might require courage. This is management and endurance. Like, I feel like it has been sort of a test of endurance here in this sort of connection. But I'm also feeling a fresh new energy coming in as well with this Knight of Cups. So are we giving ourselves the love we need here? I'm not sure I'm picking up this so much as one sort of energy more than bits of energy coming through. So your mind certainly could be scattered. I feel there is energy flowing through here. I'm feeling more than just two energies. I'm feeling like three or more. And one of it is from yourself, how you actually feel. Let's pull some more and see if this gets clearer. Okay, so for pile number 4, Spirit, what is this Ace of Swords? Their thoughts, their actions, communication coming in. Can we get some clarity here? So we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, and here we have the 9 of Pentacles, material comforts, it says. The Fool in reverse, it says beginnings and risks. And here we have strong opinions. This is the 5 of Wands in reverse. Hangman in reverse and the Fool in reverse. We could certainly be dealing with someone, or it's us. I don't know that it's us. I feel it's someone here that is very much fixed in their point of view, not willing to risk anything, and you know, with this Fool, it takes a leap of faith. It has a new beginning. It's kind of stuck in some sort of mindset, incapable of maybe, I don't know, expressing one's emotions here. You know, because we have the 9 of Pentacles here. It's like, this is the single card. This is being independent, wanting our independence, standing on our own to be successful in our own endeavors here in a world we've created for ourselves. And so maybe, yeah, like if we were the energy of somebody here who was resonating as the oppressor, you know, as that King of Swords, maybe we're really getting in tune with sort of our feelings. You know, we're actually seeing how we're feeling. We're actually opening up here to face our fear about how we feel in some way about a situation that maybe we weren't, I don't know, like willing to take a risk or seeing things from a very narrow perspective. Because like I said, we could crisscross the energy. And at the beginning, I was feeling like, I don't know, there was a lot of opportunity here for you to advance, you know, but I felt like a very oppressive type situation. And it could be that you're trying to find your independence here from someone who was very oppressive. That's going to take a lot of courage and strength for you to pursue your own breakaway from this energy, you know, to follow your feelings here. But it would require you to take a leap of faith. And maybe you don't want conflict here, because we have the Five of Wands, which is all about conflict. And we could be, what I'm picking up, because the Five of Wands could be internal conflict, but it is in reverse. So I feel there's an inner dialogue here in which we're having, and we're trying to regulate so that we can come out of any sort of conflict we have within doing what it is that we need to do. Find the courage to do what we need to do. So instead of kind of arguing with ourselves or being in conflict with ourselves about a situation that maybe we weren't seeing eye to eye, or there was there was a lot of indifference, we're having to stick to what we feel. So it's like, it's not what we know, it's what are we feeling, you know, with this Knight of Cups. It's like, how can I express how I'm feeling here? You know, but I am feeling there's like seeing something from one sort of perspective and not wanting to take a risk here, but this is the opportunity to have a new beginning. And then, like I said, this waiting and sacrifice, maybe, I don't know, like, are we sacrificing ourselves, or are we sacrificing our feelings here in some way? I'm not satisfied with what I'm picking up here, so I am going to pull one more, although I did not do this with any of the others, just to see if we have a little bit more. Spirits, what are we seeing here with this Ace of Swords then? Why are we seeing all this? Can we get some clarity? Some clarity around this Ace of Swords for pile number 4. What's going on with their thoughts, their actions, their intentions? So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and we have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, and we have the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting, because we started off with the High Priestess. We're not seeing something. We're in the dark about something. And I feel like someone's not happy. Queen of Swords in reverse. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Pisces energy. So you might be dealing with someone, again, I don't know whose energy it is, because here I'm feeling a lot of energies, okay? And so it seems to have shifted now, but just try to keep track of what character you're in this sort of thing, because I feel like what I'm feeling here is an energy of somebody, okay, who is now looking at an opportunity, thinking about an opportunity here, but that this opportunity is with someone who might be pissed off, who is now sort of standing in their own independence, maybe single, maybe broken away here, and that they missed out on an opportunity here to invest in a new beginning, or to put forward energy or effort towards taking a risk, towards expressing self-emotions, towards communicating how one feels, putting in the effort here in what a new beginning would look like, because somebody is guarded or angry, and someone's needing to get very clear here about the truth, because there's some sort of part of this that is in the dark or not being seen, and someone's not like listening to their intuition or following what they're intuitively feeling they're supposed to do or get clear about. So I do feel there's a conflict here, okay, for sure. And there could be a lot of internal conflict. So there could be some sort of a separation I'm feeling here. And someone I feel might be kind of thinking the worst, or seeing the other person as someone who is difficult to reach in some way, or no longer interested in investing in them, or having a new beginning in them, or they had a change of mind. They're now, yeah, I feel like the tables have changed, or they're now seeing something completely different. Something's flipped. And they didn't see it coming. Is no longer a conflict here, because I feel like you can't really have an argument on your own if someone's completely just abandoned. So I don't know, someone's having to really take a look at things that maybe they did not want to see at some point within themselves. And because we have endurance here, like, I don't know if this has been a very long period of time, but they're doing damage control with management. Okay, I feel like there's damage control here, or someone's trying to do damage control. And maybe they're expressing themselves or trying to come in like this knight in shining armor, you know, offering a cup of emotions. But I feel like this other energy is kind of not having it, or it's not enough, or it's not, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Okay, so interesting energy. Okay, make sense of that, what you will. We're going to be looking at now the Ace of Spheres, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This is your material, financial, practical world. Okay, and what's new? So for this, because we were talking about what's new, I don't know that I see anything new in regards to, actually, I feel like it's an old energy situation that is changing in energy. So there's a new shift in energy, but I don't feel it's a something new coming in. There might be having to deal with what we don't see, and maybe there's still more that needs to be revealed, is kind of what I get. So it's not really new, but, you know, what we don't know is kind of new information. But yeah, like, I don't feel like there was anything new outside of maybe a shift of energy, or someone kind of standing in some sort of Nine of Pentacles, which is their own sort of power. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. What is new happening here in a practical way? Financially, materially. Let's see how this connects to all the other sort of cups. We have the King of Cups. Okay, so that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy in reverse. Wow, okay, we have the Two of Cups. We have the Star. We have the Ten of Swords. These all came out. The Ace of Cups in reverse and the Moon in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay, let me sit with this for a little bit. I think the situation is so energetically charged that I think it's overtaking all of your aces, all of your world. Like, and I feel like, you know, because this is a very energetically charged right here, right now. And it was feeling very, like, because coming from the Wands, that's our passions and our desires. And I feel like it was very energetically charged here with an oppressive situation, you know, that held our emotions captive, that made our thoughts kind of all over the place, or that someone else might have been in control in some way. So now I'm feeling the same dynamic here, okay, because it's impacting our practical world here with someone here who I feel like might have, again, been not maybe available, emotionally available, or emotionally mature to show up here in a give and take. But I feel like this is, you know, two people coming together. This is, you know, a soul connection, a partnership. And right beside the Star, yeah, this is like a destined partnership, a give and take, a relationship, our wishes coming true and finding balance. But here we're seeing the Ten of Swords, which is the ending, and it's not quite over. You know, we haven't quite had closure. We haven't quite dealt with, I don't know, like maybe not being able to express ourselves, or we had to deal with some sort of ending here. Because the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is like not chasing up on the opportunity of love. You know, the emotional new beginning never really happens here for us. We're needing to connect with our own emotions. We're needing to express our own emotions. We're needing to be mature about how we are emotionally available. And in order to do this and deal with an ending, or remove the swords out of our back in regards to an ending that's already happened, but we haven't found the closure. We haven't processed our emotions, but we want some sort of reconciliation, or we dream of some sort of vision here of the future with this person or someone we want, but we need to deal with our fear. We need to come out of confusion. We need to get out of muddled thinking. The Seven of Cups, so many options, different decisions, not quite sure. Because the High Priestess in reverse, seeing it everywhere. Like there's something you're not seeing because I feel like you're not either wanting to see it, or you're so much in the moonlight of the fear that you're now projecting what you want to see, you know, or your own fears are preventing you from expressing your emotions. Again, whoever's this is, because I feel like it shifted. Like here I was feeling one sort of energy, and here I'm feeling another energy. You know, like, I don't know, because this could be a soul tie, because sometimes when I read soul ties, the energy is so like intertwined here that I can't identify who is who or what is what. So I hope you do, because I feel there's this soul tie, this destined soul tie of these two people that cannot come together or live out some sort of destined wish, because someone is needing to deal with their emotions or express how they feel or come to some sort of self-worth, self-love, and put an end to a way of being here, but also come to terms with some sort of ending. Get out of their own sort of fear, deal with things in the subconscious. And when we deal with things in the subconscious, it's like allowing things to come up, like emotions, like feelings, like how do we support our own sort of self-love and self-worth in order to go from an Ace of Cups to a Two of Cups. Because we can't have a Two of Cups if we can't support our own self-love. If we can't give love to ourselves, if our cup's not overflowing, we can't. So I feel like someone can't here. So I feel it's stuck here in a practical way. Okay, in a practical way, your world is sort of stuck here, having to deal with emotions, having to recognize, yeah, like how we feel about ourselves, how we show up. Are we emotionally mature? Are there fears holding us back? What is in our subconscious? Has this ended? Am I coming to terms with an ending that was painful here for me? Am I putting an end to things I need to in order for me to become available or to be balanced or to follow my North Star of this connection or a connection, or having a balanced give and take with someone where I can share love and express myself openly in a balanced way? Okay, so that's what's going on with you. Is there something new going on? I don't feel there's something new, but I feel like there's an opportunity. But I think in a practical way, you're the one having to really deal with this. Go in the moonlight and sort through to get out of it. And I feel you are getting out of the confusion because it's in reverse. So we're starting to sort of see where we were in our fear. We're starting to see what about ourselves is keeping us kind of limited here, okay? So, pile 4, this is what I have here for you. I hope this resonated, and I love you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.